Wow, what a gorgeous day here in beautiful Middle Tennessee. Out for my morning walk. I got into the wine last night. Had an interesting conversation with a woman from family originally from Germany, possibly Ashkenazi Jew. I don't know. We got off in a conversation about Palestine and genocide, and she just got all flustered and walked out of there. And it was, I don't know. It blows my mind. A lot of things blow my mind. These last 3 years have blown my mind for sure. From the fact that Bibi Netanyahu used the Jews in Israel as an experimental laboratory for Pfizer, which goes against the Nuremberg Code of Medical Ethics, to the fact that the Germans wanted to eradicate the Jews after World War I, going into World War II, and the fact that now the Jews want to eradicate and genocide the Palestinians that have been there for thousands of years, the people who just absolutely, might have lived in the Levant for all these years. It's not like the Romans had choo-choo trains to move the so-called Jews into Europe and the diaspora and whatnot. In my family, I was raised Christian. I have Sephardic roots, possibly, genealogically, through my mother's side of the family. But I was raised inside the church. I was christened an Episcopalian, baptized a Baptist, confirmed a Catholic. But I've told my son, he's going off to the military. And I told him, I said, watch these vaccines, be an informed consumer, and take a religious exemption, and tell him you're a deist. God gave me the ability to reason, not religion and dogma. I understand religion and dogma. I understand laws and codes of ethics, 10 Commandments, treat your neighbor as you would have them treat you. I understand the allegories, the myths, the ethics of such. And it just blows my mind that humans can, I guess, be brought up in that world, and yet they lose sight of others' humanity, whether they be African slaves or Palestinians or whatnot. I mean, we live in a time here in America that we had slavery, we had civil rights, we had women's suffrage, we had all these things that we've moved forward in and progressively, but we've also regressed when it comes to humanity in a lot of regards. The wars that we fight, the regimes that we support, and a lot of it's driven by greed. It's like Gaza. My understanding is they found some oil off the coast there. And boy, wouldn't you love to drill that. All wars are fought over real estate, what's on the real estate in the commodity sense, whether it be gold, silver, rubies, diamonds, water, natural resources, cotton, and the money systems that move those commodities, including humans and armies. And, my son is looking at taking a commission in the United States Navy, and I'm all about keeping the seas free. It was actually the English Navy that helped stop slavery on the high seas, and there was a war fought here in the United States over such. But of course, it was a Navy blockade that started such. And look at Gaza, it's been blockaded. So it all gets so interesting and deep, philosophically, politically, religiously, and you have to study all these things and try to be a decent American, I guess. Um, Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. You know, it blows me away that Jews and Christians and Muslims and Hindus and all of us can get along here in America for the most part because of our civil rights, because of our due process, because of our court system, because of our laws. Um, and yet Anthony Fauci and Bill Gates are still walking free. So life is full of irony, hypocrisy, double standards, and it's just hard to put it all together sometimes. And now you watch as these young people die of sudden cardiac death, and yada, 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 after COVID-19, after the pandemic, after the mass injections of an experimental product. Um, it's deep, y'all. It's very deep, very troubling as a father, as an American, as a human, as a Christian or Jew or somebody with a sense of ethos and logos. Pray for peace, pray for justice. Amen, amen. Peace.